Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Jasper EDC, JSPR EDC. Today we're doing a catch-up review on the Boker Plus Atlas Multi. Boker needs to work on the name of this one. That's a tongueful. But I've carried this a bit now. I've given my initial reviews in a previous video, but I think it's time for an update on where I stand on this tool. First off, the obvious Benchmade bug out knockoff shape. Let's just take a second to look at what we got here. Follow the curvature of the handle, please. And you'll, like, everything about this is just very bug outy to me. Very miniature, mini bug out too. But let's try to size that up a little bit more accurately with one another. Like, look at that. Just look at that. Look at it! Very obviously kind of a bug out knockoff. Just throwing that out there, Boker. I think this would, while I like the drop point here, Boker, I do think a clip point would look quite nice on this, or a sheep's foot. But not a warning. Warncliffe would not look good on this. But sheep's foot. Ooh, I do love me a good sheep's foot. But catch-up review, how does this thing function? Is it good? Is it bad? I'll start off with one thing that I do not like, and that is the scissors. I don't know if it's just a freak accident on mine or what, but you'll see that the scissors do not cut that well. They cut paper just fine overall. If paper will show itself for me to snip it apart. Wrapper. Very thin paper. It works wonderfully on thin paper. Like, look at that. It's just going right through, no trouble. But the moment you start trying to cut something thicker, it's just, the problem is with the scissors is that the blades are absolutely straight. They don't curve over each other. Like the one here on my right hand side where my finger is absolutely straight. This one is absolutely straight, and so staying parallel, stuff can snag and slip in between. Whereas if they had done what Victorinox does and curved the scissors over, I'm overdoing it for dramatic effect here, but if they crossed them over, you would have constant pressure all the way to the tip, allowing it to cut better. Having the blades perfectly straight and flat is not good, not smart, and it doesn't work. Boker needs to fix that. They really do. If they did that, this knife would be a 10 out of 10, right? With what they have here, it's a 6 out of 10. They lose 4 points. No, they lose 2 points for this and 2 points for something else I don't want to bring up. But that's the scissors. The scissors cut great on a lot of things. Like all scissors, there's stuff that it does cut well, and some stuff that it cuts not so well. These are great scissors. You're not getting garbage scissors. The scissors are great. They're bigger than Victorinox scissors even. But they're not like great for nail trimming or anything like that. Like it just, if they curved them over each other just a little bit, it would be improved so much. But that's the scissors. Moving on to the knife blade. The knife blade, when I got it, absolutely razor sharp. The problem is that it was too smooth and it was slipping out of cuts rather than biting in. So I ran a slightly rougher stone over the edge to just kind of rough it up just a bit, but not a high grit. It's still like 600 grit or something. They used like a 800 or 1,000 grit on this thing. It was like near mirror polish or something, and it was just slipping out of cuts. Like I was trying to cut through something and it would just slip out, and that wasn't good. So I roughed it up just a bit, keeping the sharp edge, and now it cuts wonderfully. That's all I had. That was something I could do. I can't fix the scissors without running the risk of breaking them. But I can fix the knife by just running a stone over it. So I was able to do that. Knife blade, wonderful. The frame is solid, it's slim, it's gentlemanly. I ran a wire brush and a few things over it just to rough it up so I got a little extra traction. As a personal preference, I did that. That's not a necessity. The lanyard hole, good size. I love it. The ease of access to the scissors is wonderful. The scissors and the knife blade are not hard to bring out at all. They work great. Probably a bigger complaint than the scissors is the pocket clip. And allow me to demonstrate what happens, because this leather is about the size of the hem on my jeans. We will push that in. That is where the pocket stops, because of these screws. They are not recessed screws. You see that? The clip does not come out enough for the pocket to slip up past the screws, along with the screws not being shallow enough or recessed enough for that pocket to go up past that. Like, you can wedge it up, but it's hard, and you're just going to tear your pants up. You don't want to tear your pants up. And so you've got like this, how much do we got here? Like, we got over half an inch of the knife sticking out with a clip that is very obviously intended to be the classic, like, deep carry clip. They're very recessed, very nonchalant, inconspicuous. That is what it should be. That would be wonderful if it did that. But no, the way the pocket clip is, it sits like that. And it's annoying. The OCD in me is just driven crazy by this. And I don't feel secure about that. I don't know what it is. Like, the clip is a solid clip. You're not losing your knife out of your pocket. But it just annoys me so much that it just does not go all the way up. Excuse me. OCD kicking in. There we go. But yeah, like, I've got the knife sharp. You see that? That's just cutting through leather like it's not even there. Great knife. I love it. But if they start making an aftermarket clip that's better than this, buy it. Because this original clip sucks. The scissors I could live with. The clip is just, like, why have a clip if it's not going to do what you show it to do? It's just annoying. So, that's my update on the Boker Plus Atlas Multi. Great knife. I love it. I will continue to use it. But it's going to be a secondary one. This is probably going to be like if I go canoeing again or something where I want a waterproof knife. Yes, all knives are waterproof by definition, but rust resistant. This is all stainless steel. It'll be great. And for a canoe trip, I don't need that much. Scissors to cut a few things, knife to cut a few things. Something that I can put a carabiner through or something clipped to my belt. Great knife. I love it. But those are my two complaints that are still writing. I probably complained about them in my first video. But that's where we stand on this knife now. And I don't see Boker actually changing that. And that's kind of sad. Because this knife has so much potential. It's non-locking, so it's great for the European community. It's a wonderful shape. I love it. It almost feels like a bayonet when you just kind of look at everything. To me, for some reason, it just feels like a bayonet on a World War II rifle. But, like, it's a wonderful knife. It's a good size. I've got a big hand, so I've got full 4-finger grip on this bad boy. And, like, the lock, the retention, I'm not afraid of that falling on my hands. It's great retention on the tools. They need to fix the scissors, and they need to fix the clip. Aside from that, you're not going to be disappointed with this knife. The one thing that I did have a complaint about, I was able to fix. That was the knife edge there. That's easy fixings. So, I hope you find this information useful. I try to make good content. I'm still growing. And until the next video, carry well.